I mean, I think people just have like a stomach that can expand and right.
Yeah.
I don't know. They can just hold more junk. I don't know.
I've been expanding mine all my life.
Recorded live from Studio 12A in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. You're listening to the Josh and Friends Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to the Josh and Friends Podcast. I am your host. My name is Josh. And this week, the show welcomes Erik Tapia back to the program. And we'll be discussing a number of different topics, including the latest rebranding for Hooters, a conspiracy theory involving the all-female Blue Origin Space Riders, our thoughts on chicken toothpaste, pickle margaritas, and church wrestling, and we speak about a restaurant that offers food discounts for skinny people. So let's get right into this and help me welcome back to the show. He is the man of many, many beers. He is the one and only Mr. Erik Tapia. Erik Tapia!
Back in the building.
Finally, is this your first episode of 2025?
I believe so.
Damn. Well, welcome back,
Live
buddy.
from 2025.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
We made it.
It's good to have you back.
That's
So-
good. It's good to be here.
Let's get things started. What are you drinking? What are you drinking over here?
On today's menu, we have some hard nectar Mexican juice.
Interesting.
It's Jumex, not Jumex.
Oh, wow.
So just want to clear that up in case anybody.
I don't think anybody was thinking that, Erik.
You never know. That's why I'm clearing it up.
All right. So
here we go. With
all righty. Let's do this.
A little bit of ASMR.
Okay.
This is guava.
What percent alcohol is this? Does it say?
They're only like
5%.
five
Yeah.
or 6.
Okay.
They're fruity.
Yeah. I like how we start off every show like this.
It's good though.
Is it sugar free or is it full sugar?
I think there's a lot of sugar in here probably. Well, there's generally a lot of sugar in the basic drinks.
Yeah.
So these taste like the regular cans, just a slight hint of alcohol.
You wouldn't even dare having me taste that one because I would just push it away. Right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the sugar content would be enough for you to say no.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not all about that.
No.
Yeah. So I heard, this is a rumor that you recently went to see
Heard it through the grapevine?
Santana.
Sí. Viva Santana.
And the concert crew found out about this from a post
Oh.
on Facebook
Oh.
or Instagram, or wherever it was.
Facebook.
Was it Facebook? Okay.
Yeah.
We found out after the fact.
Oh.
Would you care to explain? First off, how was the show? How was the show, Erik?
Well,
Was it pretty good?
The show was good. Out of all the days in Arizona, it decided to rain that day.
Oh, no
So
way.
it was
Oh my
windy.
gosh.
It was raining, not like downpour, but it was annoying.
Did it rain the entire time?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, just like a light drizzle sprinkling, but
Jen's
but,
like, serves you right, mother.
yeah. Well, no, like I said, it was for my dad. So we had originally planned to take him to Santana. It's like a couple years back when Santana was first going to be here, and then he canceled because he got sick.
Oh.
So we never went, and then he came back around this time. So we got him tickets, and he almost wasn't going to be able to go because he was on call, but he got somebody to cover for him. So we took him out. He had a great time.
Oh, good.
He's not Santana did he started all his big hits first. So he went through his Black Magic Woman, Oye Como Va. He went through all the hits in the beginning. And then he started playing stuff off of his I guess he's got a new CD out, new album out, where he's cooperated with Smokey Robinson, Michael Jackson songs.
Michael Jackson
Run
songs?
DMC.
What?
He was.
I got to hear this.
Yeah, well, my dad's not a fan of it.
Yeah.
It's steering away from the old Santana sound.
Okay.
And he's not a big fan of the collaboration.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you gotta listen. That one comeback album that he had, that big one in 99 or 2000 or something like that.
Yeah.
That had some pretty good
Yeah.
comeback songs on it.
Yeah, no, he was good with that one, but yeah, it was already like approaching late hours, and he still had to get up this morning to go to work. So he's like, "We can head out."
Oh, okay.
Beat
Okay.
traffic.
Good.
But overall, it was a good show, and despite the rain, it wasn't horrible. It was just kind of cold because it was that wind chill,
Yeah.
and once that wind picks up, it just makes everything so much colder.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed the show, and glad your dad had a good time.
Yeah.
And got back in a reasonable hour.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, he still got up, made it to work. He knew he had to work, so he didn't drink. So he's like, played it safe.
Well, speaking of drinking, Erik, you tried the Pickle Margarita a couple weeks ago. What'd you think of that? Did you like the Pickle Margarita?
That was disgusting.
I don't think I've ever seen you that over the top disgusted from a drink.
Because I hate pickles. I don't. It's funny because I used to eat them when I was a kid. Like you'd go to the ice cream man, you'd get that spicy pickle in the bag.
Right.
And I would tear that up. Then as I started getting older, I hated pickles.
You're just like, I'm not a pickle guy.
And then that drink is just
gosh,
nothing but pickles. Disgusting.
Just drinking pickle juice.
Yeah, I'm like,
and like Jen's like, oh God, this is so good. I'm like, what?
Of course.
What is with girls and pickle stuff? Like it's weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. They say it's good for you. They say it's
like because it has like a lot of salt.
Yeah.
So it's like, kind of like anything else when you're drinking, it's good to consume some salt.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not have any salt left in me than to have a pickle drink. I'd rather be dehydrated than to have a pickle drink.
Ugh. So gross. Yeah, I'd rather do the kind of like the little salt pills or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a lot less offensive.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that was a very offensive drink. No, and my niece, she had I guess Dutch Bros. I don't know if they still do, but they had a pickle drink for a little while. And of course, she loves pickles too. So she's like, the minute it dropped, she's like, we got to go to Dutch Bros. And she had me try that. And it was the same thing. It was just disgusting. Like,
have you seen like the college girls that are doing like the new thing where like, it's the same kind of idea where like they take a spoonful of mustard while they're drinking?
We're taking a tablespoon of mustard for no hangover. Ready?
You were going to get porta potty here? I always do. So I had
Ooh, it worked. I woke up like thirsty and hungry, but I did not take ibuprofen, no Tylenol, nothing. And we drank all day, like 10:30 in the morning. I think we got home at like 11:30 at night.
What is the point?
I don't know, Erik. Erik, girls are weird. Girls are weird.
I don't even like salt on the edge of my drinks. Like,
I know it's kind of annoying. I've always kind of been annoyed about
straight,
that. Yeah.
No chaser, no shooter, just straight, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't need a lot of salt or any salt for that matter. I don't even do beer salts. No.
Well, speaking of places that serve drinks, Erik, did you hear about Hooters and their rebranding?
Yeah, the unfortunate Hooters news.
Hooters is going from an R rating to PG-13. It's all part of a new rebranding strategy to make it more family friendly. The company's CEO is calling it a re-Hooterization.
The real game changer? Yeah, that was us.
Hooters, known for their wings, cold beer, endless TVs, and a couple of other things.
More than just a job, and we're not waitresses. We actually get involved in our community.
Those orange shorty shorts and plunging white tees have put the pop in pop culture since they opened in 1983.
Hi, welcome to Hooters.
Kind of a restaurant that attracts a certain demographic.
Duh, and the demo has always been men. It worked until it didn't. The company now facing bankruptcy, but they're not totally deflated. The company's CEO drummed up a plan to push up sagging sales, which means this testosterone-rich environment is going to be getting a bit more family-friendly. The first thing to go, bikini days. That's where the Hooters girls would trade in their uniforms for even less. The topic sparking heated debate here on Fox 2.
If you're going to do Hooters, you should dive in more.
Yeah.
More bikini nights.
Yeah.
I'm serious. If you're going to redo Hooters, do more bikini nights.
Yeah.
Hotter women.
You like how they're rebranding to like...
Yeah, they're taking away what made Hooters Hooters.
Exactly.
Like, you're going to be family friendly.
It's kind of like what Playboy did. They're like, the new and improved Playboy.
And how long did that last?
I don't know. I don't think it lasted very long.
I don't even think it lasted an issue. They were like, "Oh, we can't. We got to revert back."
Yeah, this is.
They got so much shit.
We're gonna be Maxim, and I'm like, didn't Maxim go away? Is like Maxim still around, or does that still exist?
I don't know.
Do they even have magazines, Erik?
They got them. They're just nowhere to where how they used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you go to someone's house and they just have stacks of magazines everywhere of like everything, right? And
yeah, now like Hooters was a place as a young boy you could go to and
right,
see your first sets of Hooters, and now poor little Timmy won't get that experience.
Right. So they wanted to go from an R rating to a PG-13 rating. In 2021, they got rid of the orange shorts.
Yeah.
And then, which resembled kind of like underwear, I guess. And then they removed bikini days. I didn't even know they had bikini days.
I never made it on a bikini day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you knew about them, though. You knew about them, right?
Yeah. I'd heard about them, but I never got to a Hooters.
I guess girls would wear like red, white, and blue for like Memorial Day and 4th of July or something like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't know. But now they want to focus on welcoming families.
But why?
I don't know.
Like, if you want to take your family out, go to Applebee's, go to Chili's,
right?
Go to Denny's.
Yeah. What is that?
Leave Hooters for the people that want to see Hooters.
I agree, Erik.
Yeah,
I agree.
But
back in the early 2000s, KISW. I used to work for KISW, and they used to have the promo guys go out to Hooters, and like we do tons of promos at Hooters, because it was like, what's more rock and roll than like seeing like hot chicks and them blasting rock music and like all this
it's an iconic brand, an iconic look, and now it's all going downhill.
Well, so it's funny because when I don't know if this was if this is a universal thing or if it's just the restaurants that we would go to. The girls, like this one girl, like she had this like laminated list of stuff, and we would have a couple beers and we were like, hey, what is that? And she's like, well, I'm not supposed to like, show this. And I was like, what? Now I really want to see it. What is this? And it was a card, and it basically had like bullet points or like numbered things that they're supposed to do as a waitress. Right. So like, sit down, touch the guy you're talking to. What were some of the other things? There was like, laugh. I like how remind yourself to laugh.
I mean, sounds just like a strip club. I mean,
right.
That's all the same. Like, we get it. It's all the same game.
Yeah, it's like
we know what they're doing.
Make the customer feel good. Yeah. They'll spend more money.
We know it's not real.
You'll get a better tip.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
it's all for show, but it doesn't mean we don't want to see the show. I mean, we get how the game is played.
I see. If I'd had a cell phone back then, I would have. I mean, I think I had a cell phone, but it was like very primitive. but I was like, oh man, this is so great. Like, how do I want a picture of this thing? And I don't think she would have probably let me take a picture of it.
The list.
I'd love to see the list. I wonder if I can look that up. I wonder if there's like a list of.
I'm sure there's some ex-Hooters girl out there that's posted it.
Yeah, some disgruntled.
Online. Yeah, disgruntled Hooters girl or somebody. Yeah, bring Hooters back.
Yeah.
Hashtag bring the real Hooters back.
Yeah. So you didn't go there just for their wings.
I mean, their wings are good. But who goes to Hooters for, other than Rich Falls, who would go to Hooters just for the wings?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like when Rich Falls would go, hey, you guys want to go to the strip club? We're like, I mean, who doesn't love boobs? And Rich is like, no, it's steak night. I like their steak and they have good Coke.
Oh, no.
What kind of Coke, Rich? What are you talking about?
I will say there was I think it was Cheetah's. They used to have some pretty good Long Island's. I will say that.
Really?
So it was something that kept me going back there. But this was like during lunch and stuff like that, and so stuff like that. Okay, but I don't ever go to a strip club for the food. Like,
so you didn't go to Hooters strictly for the wings.
No.
All right. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's be real.
I'm just checking.
What about you?
No.
Okay.
First off, I'm not a wings guy. I would always
More
get
of a breast guy.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would get chicken tenders, or I'm more of kind of like a boneless chicken guy myself.
Chicken tendies, dino nugs.
Yeah, so not a huge wings guy. I know Jen is. Jen's a big wings person. I don't know if she's into Hooters, but I mean, who isn't into Hooters? Isn't that the whole point?
Yeah, that's
the whole point. I remember like their first rebrand, they would be like, you know, even in like, I think isn't it from Florida? Like Hooters? I think it originated in Florida somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And they would just like, they used to just have chicks with big old boobs, right? And like, then you go to Hooters, like, you know, the last 10 years, it's like just regular girls. I'm like,
but I mean, it's like the sandbar. Once they took away the sand, I mean, why are you calling yourself the sandbar?
Right. Well, maybe also they're competing with, you know, these other places that are kind of like that. What are places that are kind of like that?
Well, Buffalo Wild Wings,
but not Buffalo Wild Wings. Like the places where the girls wear the skirts, the tilted kilt. Is that what? And like the other kind of place?
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. Yeah. Twin Peaks. The same kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
But it's a double entendre. Yeah. So
exactly.
There you go. Well, speaking of chicken wings, Erik, or chicken, are you a fan of KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah, I would say I'm a fan.
Okay.
I dig it.
When's the last time you went there?
I feel like I went earlier this last month. Sometime.
Okay. So pretty recently. You remember when they released candles? Or like the KFC released candles that smelled like chicken. Well, this is kind of like the same kind of deal.
Oh, no. I don't know if I heard of those.
They're branching out by selling their own brand of toothpaste. Yeah.
Chicken toothpaste?
Yeah. KFC chicken toothpaste.
That's horrible.
What?
You wouldn't horrible.
You wouldn't eat that? Or I'm sorry, not eat that?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Some dumbass out there is going to buy it.
Well, I heard
and start eating it.
It's extra confusing too, because I heard toothpaste is not good to, you know, actually swallow. You're supposed to just brush with it, right? Not.
You're going to find some weirdo out there that's going to get some KFC chicken and just drizzle some toothpaste all over
one
it.
One of those creators on TikTok or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to end up being like a condiment. They're going to turn it into a condiment and somebody's going to get sick and KFC is going to get sued.
So what you're saying is, they're inviting lawsuits.
Right? I would think so, especially if a kid gets a hold of it. I mean,
oh man,
yeah, they're gonna taste it and they're gonna think like, oh, this tastes great.
Okay, well, so they're not gonna get your $13 for
hell no.
Well, I'll tell you this, Erik, it already sold out in just 48 hours. Sold out 48 hours.
I mean, if it's something you want to get, like if you're a big
creator, right?
KFC fan, creator, or you want to just throw it on your shelf for display and conversation starter, that I get. But if you're actually going to use it, you're fucking stupid.
Well, if you wanted to go all in for $59 for just a simple one payment of $59, you can get the KFC toothbrush that has their logo on it too. What do you think of that?
It's a money grab. It's a money grab.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got the next one here. What's this? You already finished that other one. What? How long have we been going here? Is it
this
all
is
right?
Mango. Maybe the mango ate your baby.
Okay, mango. So I'm sure this one tastes pretty good as well.
Gotta have that pop top. All right.
Oh yeah, there we go. Mango.
It tastes like it tastes like juice. Like if you ever had the regular versions, if you had the regular versions and then you tried these, you'll only notice like a slight difference.
So which one was better? Or do you prefer the first one or the second one?
The mango's pretty good.
Yeah. So you like the mango better?
Than the guava, probably right now. Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably because that's the one you're drinking right now.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, it's they start blending in. It's juice.
Yeah.
It's sugar, it's juice.
All right. Well,
Erik, you don't get like this without drinking a lot of sugar.
Oh yeah. What does your shirt say, by the way? Is this?
It says Fuddy Duddy.
Fuddy Duddy. All right.
Yeah, Fuddy Duddy.
Good stuff.
Which I didn't even know was a term, and my mom called me a Fuddy Duddy one day. I'm like, what the hell is a Fuddy Duddy?
What is a Fuddy Duddy?
I guess it just means it's a different way of saying dumbass. Or,
oh God,
you're such a Fuddy Duddy. You're like, oh, you're so stupid. You're a dumbass.
It's like the Red Foreman on that 70s show, like calling Erik. He's like, you dumbass. Yeah.
Yeah. So one day she called it to me, and I looked it up. I'm like, you just made that up. So I looked it up and it was a real word. And then I found a shirt that.
So did you tell your mom you bought that, or did you just walk around wearing it one day and she's like, what the?
Oh yeah, no, I just put it on one day. Like I ordered it, put it on. She's like, where'd you get that? I was like, no.
That is hilarious.
I was like, I ordered it once I found out Fuddy Duddy was real.
That is awesome. Yeah. I love it. Well, another place that's known for their fashion is the Coachella Festival that happened a few weeks ago. Would you want to go to Coachella? Is that on your bucket list of things to do?
I don't know if I'd say it's on a bucket list.
Yeah,
but I would go. Like, it's kind of one of those things. Like, if I found myself in a position to be able to go, I would go. But it's not anything I'd go out of my way to ensure I went.
Yeah, I guess if you did go, this is something to look forward to.
I would take an RV.
Something to look forward to. Yeah, right. Yeah. You better have some money because, yeah. But I guess people were waiting in line for like 8 to 13 hours just to park. This isn't even an event. You're not even at the event yet. This is just a park.
Chaos at Coachella as the journey to the iconic music festival's campgrounds turned into a parking lot.
Coachella, what the hell are you doing? We have been stuck in line for nearly 10 hours.
Many taking to social media to document hours-long traffic jams and no bathrooms.
There's no porta potties, so if you need to use the restroom, grab some food, whatever it is, do that first. This is crazy. I'll keep you guys updated on how long it takes us to get inside.
This as tens of thousands continue to flock to Indio, California ahead of the festival's first weekend.
Welcome to Coachella, ladies and gentlemen, where you can get in probably 5 hours if you're car camping.
Thursday's delays, even for campers who arrived early.
We showed up here for camping at 3 in the morning and got in line. It's almost 1 p.m. right now. We still haven't even gone through security.
We have been in this line since about 5:30 in the morning, and we haven't moved.
And on top of that, it was like over 100 degrees. 100 degrees out there. You're just sitting there, everyone's just roasting out there. Like, it's just like animals just sitting out there.
Not enough body spray and deodorant to save that.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, if you don't have a hotel or an RV, then you're just out there baking. Like, I saw this one creator. She's like, yeah, or there's a couple people I saw. One guy was like, I've never been camping in my entire life, and here I am. He's like, I didn't sleep one wink. I was just sitting there, just miserable, just sleeping.
Yeah,
there.
You'd have to, because I mean, there's no way you could every day go through that. Like, you'd have to find.
They were selling something. Tents with like air conditioner units inside.
So this is the tent that we rented. It cost $11,000 for a 4-night stay, which sounds absolutely crazy, but there are a lot of perks to it. We have a pool, 2 beds, fridge, table right here, air conditioner, mirror. Yeah, it's a really simple room. It's definitely not insulated from the outside.
Oh, that's fucking.
And I'm like, but how do you sleep with all the other air conditioners going around? And like, and the guy's like, yeah. And then they have the big lights because everything lights up because they, there's bathrooms and showers and stuff like right there. So he's like, yeah, that kept me up. I couldn't even sleep at all. Like, and you should see they're doing like their journey of, hey, this is day 1. And then like day 2, they're like, they look like they've been through hell and back.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think if you plan to go to Coachella, like obviously that stuff, you're going to sign up for day 1, just drop some acid. And by then, who knows, like by then day 3 rolls around, day 4, however long it is.
Yeah.
It'll be over before you know it.
Yeah. I guess people's phones were overheating and shit. And it's like, I don't like lines for the shower were like just like an hour. You're just like standing there, just like everyone's just standing there waiting for. I saw this one girl. She's like, "Oh, I waited in line for an hour and I forgot my towel."
Yeah, no. At that point, screw it.
And like I don't know, just what's weird is Coachella's a very weird event because everyone's like there for kind of like just to be there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's like an event where you're just there to be seen and like be.
That's kind of what it became. It became
a creator.
Social media flex.
Yes. And like a fashion kind of event, right? everyone wants to see like how cool they can dress.
Everybody can get on their phone and hit that location tag or whatever.
Yeah.
Take a photo. Mm-hmm.
And like, it's so weird too, because like you see these bands that like normal human beings would be freaking out about like seeing. And then these people are like, yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is okay. But everyone's just holding up their phone. And I'm like, you guys know that, first off, you're at an event where they are taking some of the greatest video of.
Oh yeah, now they got the
drones. Of every performance.
Yeah.
They have HD cameras going all over the place, and you're holding up your little shitty phone that you're probably not going to watch it ever again, unless you're doing like, you know, your creator stuff. I guess
unless you run a podcast and then you spend your whole summer editing videos.
Right. What
then you post it on your channel.
What a moron. What a bunch of morons.
You gotta be a fucking psycho to do that.
Yeah, but like, you know what though? I'm assuming some of these people actually like these artists. I don't know. But, you know, did you see the Benson Boone thing where like he sang that Queen song?
I saw like snippets of it. Yeah.
So I think he sang like Bohemian Rhapsody, right? And Benson Boone's like, you know, he's like a new, very kind of like newer artist where he's like the new hot thing. And sometimes they'll bring out, you know, a surprise guest. And in this case, Brian May of Queen came out and he levitated and he's like playing guitar. Like the reaction from the people in the audience was almost zero.
And the crowd goes mild.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh my God, everyone normally would be going crazy. But I'll tell you this though. I will give some slack to this point because people are like, well, you know, that song came out 50 years ago, right? And does everybody know what the members of Queen look like? I mean, I do.
At this point,
I do, not. Right? Everyone knows Freddie Mercury. I mean, like if the Freddie Mercury, like, you know, hologram, like, you know, Tupac came out of there, maybe they'd go crazy, right?
But that could have been something they could have done. I mean,
yeah. How come they haven't done that again?
I saw at one point they had there was a kids show my niece used to watch called Yo Gabba Gabba. A kids show.
Yeah.
They had them out there one of the days at Coachella performing. So there's, you know, just like any other kids show, it's a bunch of people dressed in costume or these big ass outfits.
Yeah.
And they're having to be on stage performing for a bunch of adults.
Wow.
So
that's weird.
Yeah, that was weird. But
sure it was packed too. It was like, I'm sure the crowd was like way more crazy than when Brian May of Queen came out to play his guitar solo.
That's the weird thing is like an act like that people would like get into just because they're there. And they're in that moment. But then
I don't know. I was just like so fascinated by that.
And there was that night we saw the Philharmonic Symphony.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have expected that to be at Coachella either. So
yeah. Some of that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was kind of cool. And then they kept bringing different people up on stage.
Yeah. It started getting less cool, but the beginning was really cool.
It ended with LL Cool J. Can't get any cooler than that.
Yeah. LL Cool J. That's awesome. At this point, do they know who LL Cool J is? Even like
it's hard to say where everybody's
I don't know. I mean, it seems like I heard that, you know, a lot of the people were at the EDM tents, which
oh, well, yeah.
I mean, at least it's, you know, fun dance music in there, right? Like,
yeah,
you know?
That makes sense. Yeah.
I could understand that. And then they're like, I guess let's go out to see Green Day.
See, I mean, that's when I always pictured Coachella as just like a big house music event and stuff like that. Then more and more like actual acts started performing.
Yeah.
It just got outrageous for the cost and all the trouble you have to go through. So that's why I would never like plan it. If I go and for me, if I ever go, it'd be like a spur of the moment. Like I have an opportunity to go.
I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Like they said, like it can like a trip to Coachella can cost like $5,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, and if you wanted to have like a really good time and like not, you know, and be able to sleep, it could cost $10,000. So it's like, all right.
No, if I had that much money, I would have gone to WrestleMania this
year.
If I would have had that much money.
I think I asked you about this. So you have been to a WrestleMania before?
Yeah, when they were in Arizona, WrestleMania 26.
Okay, what year is this?
2010. I believe.
Okay, 2010. Okay, so in 2010, was it still just a one-day event?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the one when
did they start doing that?
They did that during 2020.
Oh, okay.
So it was originally just going to be one night,
and then
COVID hit.
And they're like, oh, wait a minute, we can make twice the money.
Oh, well, no, that's when COVID hit, because they still had it planned for one night, and then COVID hit, and so they're like trying to think of what else they could do. So then they decided to do, okay, well, let's split everything up in 2 days, because they're putting on a show with no crowd.
Yeah.
That I think they figured one day would have been too much, like just probably sit through, like with no crowd and no real reaction.
So weird.
So then they split it up into 2 days, and then ever since then, that was WrestleMania 36, and then ever since then, it's all been 2 nights.
Do you like it better as 2 nights or one night?
I mean, 2 nights is cool because then they can do more stuff. Like sometimes,
but isn't that the whole point of the whole buildup of the entire season or something? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you're the expert.
Pros and cons to it. Because then it's double everything. Like when you go like,
and if you're like a audience member, what do you go to the first night or the first day or the second day? Like,
oh, you go to both nights.
Oh, is this still cost just one ticket? One ticket for both days?
So when they start selling them, they always put out the 2 day tickets,
the package
first,
deal,
and then usually like a month or two later, then they'll start doing single day, so then people can choose if they want to go just 1 day. But no, if I was going to go again, it would have been both days. And I had planned on, I was going to try to go. It was in Vegas, and then the tickets got released, and they're like, oh, for nosebleed.
Oh God!
At the Raiders Stadium, nosebleed starting at $1,500.
Jeez.
Per ticket. So you factored in those, and then
for a nosebleed,
and then Ticketmaster would top on another $600 just in fees.
What?
Oh yeah, they're like,
so we're talking $2,000.
Yeah, over after everything was done for like 2 tickets. Would have been close to like $6,000. Just
that is ridiculous.
For some nosebleeds.
We're talking like Super Bowl stuff now here.
Yeah, and that's what people are worried. Like they're pricing it out to where these events like
the
that
actual you want crazy fans at these things. That's what makes those, especially WWE.
Yeah, and it's just gonna.
It's like the crazy fans, right?
People with money and celebrities and shit like that.
That's crazy, man.
So I guess I'll just wait till if they ever come back here or see if I make it somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, God, wow, that's wild. Yeah, like it. Know your audience, but I mean, I get it. They want to have a lot of money.
Well, yeah.
I mean, and then the more money they make, I guess maybe I don't know. They can start paying these guys a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know how much they make anyways.
Well,
but
they said. I mean, you could kind of see it coming because now that they're under the same umbrella as UFC and following along that same model where their prices have already been going up for events because they're doing like more and more televised stuff and less just like live. So that's going to increase prices just even for regular shows.
Yeah.
Are going to start getting ridiculous, I'm sure.
God.
But if people keep paying the prices, it's going to keep happening and there's nowhere to really stop it.
Yeah. That's like, did you see, this is so weird. They had at Coachella, they had Bernie Sanders come out.
Oh yeah,
and he's like,
he came out during
he's like, and the inequality of the billionaires and millionaires, and you're like, wait a minute, isn't this audience like all like nepo babies and everybody paid like $5,000 to $10,000 to be here? Yeah. Like, and I think he's speaking to the wrong audience here.
I mean, he did he got a pretty good ovation, but then his speech.
But that's because everyone loves Bernie Sanders, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why it should have just been kept
so weird.
A short speech, but then it started going on for like a few minutes, and it was like, okay, it's time to move on, and then
it's just so weird. Like you're mixing politics and especially like at a place like that. It's not like you went to a Kid Rock show and then all of a sudden he's talking about, Trump or something like that. Or if you go to like, a Neil Young show and he's talking about how much he hates Trump, you're going to Coachella. You just think it's going to be just like this, regular show. And really, then again, Green Day was there.
They changed their lyrics. I had read about afterwards.
Oh yeah.
To instead of I don't want to be an American idiot.
Oh God.
Had to do like I don't want to be something to do with MAGA. I don't want to be a
MAGA agenda
or something
like that. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess like so, but the thing, I guess the one thing is like if you're not into that, there's like how many other stages are there?
Oh yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, if you're like, all right, we're gonna skip these, you know. But it is funny though, like when people like, I mean, how long have Green Day been out now? I mean, they've been popular for a good 30 years,
while,
right?
Yeah,
so it's like people. It's kind of like when people talk about Rage Against the Machine, they're like, I really like Rage except for their lyrics and like their.
I didn't realize they were so political.
Yeah, like what is that all about? I'm like, they're called Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine. Erik, you finished with that yet? Is this
just about?
Okay. So we're almost to a new one. We're almost to a new one here. Yeah. So what's next? What's the next one you got over here?
Hopefully Josh will edit out all these word sounds.
What do we got here?
Is strawberry.
We got strawberry. I like how you've made this into a thing where like you try to. Oh, here, let me get you opening it.
Yeah.
This is like a new thing now.
You just close your eyes and you just hear that sound.
Yeah. And it makes you thirsty, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
or it gets you hard. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat.
I feel like I should be sponsored by these guys, but I mean, because you're building them up. You're like you're promoting them.
Right. You would think strawberry is good, but it's not compared to these ones. It's not that great.
I've never been a big fake strawberry guy myself. I like real strawberries, but fake strawberry flavors, not a fan.
Yeah,
not a fan.
This is okay.
Okay, is that your least favorite?
Out of the ones I've had so far, yes.
Okay, all right.
There's only one left. So.
Well, there goes the theory about the one that you're drinking at the time is your favorite.
Well, yeah, that's usually how it is until you get that one that's like, oh, this is not as good as the other ones.
Yeah.
I'll still drink it.
Well, all right. Speaking of rich kids, because someone's at Coachella, like,
because they're a rich kid.
Yeah, I saw this fellow podcaster the other day, and he was celebrating a big milestone for his page. Which, hey, I'm all for celebrating milestones, right? I celebrated my 100th episode, and that was a great thing. I'm really happy about that, and because not many people get to 100 episodes. That's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal.
I mean, there's a shit ton of podcasters now.
Yeah, everyone and their mom has a podcast.
You're no Haktua.
Oh, hey, I made it longer than she did.
You gotta give him that Haktua and spit on that thing.
I still don't. She's still gone, right?
Yeah, she's out. She's out.
Oh no,
she fucked up with the whole whatever Bitcoin or currency she tried to put out and then scammed everybody. So.
What an idiot.
Yep, she should have just stayed in the limelight or stayed out of the limelight.
Yeah. So now this particular person that I'm talking about was celebrating getting to a certain number of subscribers on their page or something. Now I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to get sued.
Say their name.
I am not saying any names because this guy actually did try to sue me.
Oh.
For saying his name. So I don't want to say any names, and I'm not gonna sing that song because I'll let you do that because you're good at
say his name. Say
Isn't
his
that
name.
Destiny's Child. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, when they actually had 4 members.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they started with 4 and then they went to 3.
Yeah.
And then it's like Beyonce's like, why do I have these hacks with me?
Yeah. Beyonce she was even in their videos back then. She's always in the
because
she knew
she's the good singer and she's the prettiest. Yeah.
And then when she hooked up with Jay-Z, that was fucking power couple.
Yeah. That's good stuff. But anyway, back to this podcaster.
All right.
So this guy, he posts this video, this hilarious video. I mean, I think it's funny. Maybe others wouldn't think it's that funny. And he was talking to his fans with a straight face. And he was saying that he claims that he wants to be authentic and honest. But this guy is anything but honest and authentic. This guy is like a joke. again, I don't expect you to say anything.
Buddy,
it's just hilarious. It's hilarious. So, all right. So this guy repeatedly lies to his audience. He acts like he has guests on that he knows, but then they'll be on the show and he acts like he doesn't know them. Is that being authentic? Is that being authentic? It's weird.
I guess
it's weird. I'm like, I'll see this stuff like come up because probably I've been associated with this person to a certain point, and I'm like, whoa, I know that person. I was like, oh, okay, and then I'm like, oh, you guys are acting like you don't know each other.
Yeah, unless stuff like that's happening off screen, like
fucking weird,
before
man.
You hit the record button, and then I don't know.
So weird. Anyway, I thought that was weird.
You could come up with a persona or a character if you.
Yeah, maybe I should have one of my friends on that I've known for 20 years and just like act like I don't know them. I'm just meeting them for the first time. Would that be authentic? Would that be honest?
That'd be kind of funny.
and I don't tell them, and then they're like, Josh, you know me, right? Like, why are you acting like you don't know me? I'm like, what are you talking about?
I mean, this
is weird.
That would kind of negate the whole premise of Josh and Friends and telling stories.
Right. Josh and Friends, except for this episode. Or I don't know.
Welcome to the Josh Makes Friends podcast.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. Oh, I just gave you a whole new idea.
That is a great idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe you should start inviting random people stuff. When we go out. Just say, hey, you want to be on a podcast? Oh. It's called Josh Makes Friends.
Josh Makes Friends.
And just bring on somebody random.
Yeah.
Somebody you don't even know. You don't even have to know their name.
Yeah.
Just boom.
Yeah, maybe I should start lying to my audience more and like acting like I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
But anyway.
I say you keep doing you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Thanks. What else is going on?
Hey, life's a garden. Got to dig it.
There you go. Oh, look at that. You should put that on a shirt. Okay, here's something that's right up your alley, buddy. Something that's right up your alley. Erik, do you attend church on a regular basis?
Not since I was a child. No.
Okay. Well, you might start attending church if they did something like this.
A church in northern England is combining worship with wrestling to try and attract more parishioners. The charity, Kingdom Wrestling, created a Christian-themed show on Saturday nights, and now St. Peter's Anglican Church has become known as the Wrestling Church.
What do you think about that?
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, so it's a Christian professional wrestling charity that sets up an entire ring, like we're talking like right in the middle of
in a parking lot, or
no, inside the church.
inside
the church, they have this big ring, right? And it brings in professional wrestlers to entertain, and they put on a show sprinkled with
hidden messages,
prayer and testimony.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that, Erik? Would you start attending church more if they had like a full?
I would definitely go see the show. Yeah. I mean, I would.
That's why they're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's marketing. It's a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Some of their characters on there are probably religious related.
There's been some religious wrestlers, right? Like, I mean, some based on like characters of like religion. Like, who are some of the wrestlers?
Yeah, like there's like on the independent scene, they have people that I don't know how many wrestlers have done some type of Messiah role where they're building their own little following, have people listen to their word, and they speak in philosophical riddles and whatnot. So there goes all the way back, even in the early days.
Yeah, I mean, because it's kind of like that anyway, right? Like they preach kind of like to the audience. They're kind of like putting on a show, which a lot of preachers do that, right?
Yeah, one of the current guys, for those that watch wrestling, even one of the current guys, Seth Rollins, at one point his character was very preachy and called himself a revolutionary. I mean, he still does, a revolutionary, a visionary, a messiah, and he had his disciple with him, and yeah. So I mean, those characters have always been there. Even Vince McMahon created a match. It was him and his son against Shawn Michaels and God.
Allow me to introduce to you.
Wow.
Because McMahon's all about like anti-religion shit, and he knows like Shawn Michaels had gotten heavy into religion. So he makes this match, and everybody comes out.
From the kingdom of heaven, please welcome.
And for God, he puts on just a spotlight.
God.
And then sees a spotlight on the entrance, walks its way down.
No.
Yeah, this is McMahon, like just flat out being fucking blasphemous as can be, and just that was Shawn Michaels' partner was God.
When was this?
This was when Michaels was still wrestling. So this was before 2010. Because 2010 was actually, so the WrestleMania I went was Shawn Michaels' last match.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was when he retired. Yeah.
That's funny. So, all right. So what do you got? What do you have here, buddy?
To end it off, we're going to do pineapple coconut.
Pineapple coconut.
This cannot not be good.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, this one's got to be good. It's gonna feel like you're at a beach, sipping on like one of those tropical drinks. What do you think? Okay, here we go. Here's the.
Oh yeah, it's like a pina colada.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, that's got to be ridiculous. So what? Okay, so what are the grades? So we have strawberry. We have strawberry in last.
Yeah, strawberry's last.
Okay.
I'll probably still put mango as number 1.
Okay.
I'll put guava as number 2 only because of the pineapple coconut. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
That's always going to taste the same. Pina colada, pineapple coconut.
Right.
I'll put that at a 3.
Okay.
And last is strawberry.
So they all have pretty positive ratings.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing was horrible.
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
The last horrible drink
I can't believe we're spending time rating these.
The last horrible drink I had was the pickle.
You're still trying to get over that one.
That wouldn't even make top 50.
Oh God. Was that the worst drink you've ever had?
Drinking that pickle drink is like, it would be like sitting down and listening through a Vanilla Ice album.
Wow.
Yeah.
That bad.
Yeah.
That bad.
That bad.
I mean, I'd rather listen.
Well, I know you.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, you would. I mean,
how dare you, Erik? How dare you? Okay, Erik. So the last thing I wanted to bring up is this restaurant that is getting dragged for Erik. This promotion they're having. What's this promotion you're asking? Well, this place is in Thailand, so they can kind of like do whatever they want. They don't give a fucking shit.
well,
right?
I mean, it's fucking
like,
Thailand.
Yeah. So they're offering discounts. This is so ridiculous. They're offering discounts to patrons on how skinny they are. So why'd you look away? What are you talking about? No, Erik. So what they do is the smaller you are, the bigger the discount, right?
Oh, of course.
So they have these like bars, and like these bars are spread out. They're like with different widths, and it's so ridiculous, Erik. And then above it, they have like discounts on top of each one, right?
Yeah.
Erik, I wouldn't even fit in the first 3 of these.
No, they would tell me like, oh, you got to pay to come in here.
Oh,
that's what that sounds like.
Oh no,
this sounds like the opposite of that heart attack grill in
Right.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Where if the bigger you are, like you can get free. Like
right.
They have you step on the scale, and if you're over a certain poundage, like your meal's free.
So ridiculous. Is that place still open?
I don't know. I'm into Vegas in a little bit.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, if you can fit in between the bars and the smallest one, you get a 20% discount. As the sizes get bigger, the discounts get smaller. So it's 15%, 10%, and then 5%. And the last one is just a big opening that says full price.
Now, like, what if I were to go to like one of the small bars and
just bend it like a monster?
Somehow I was able to just like.
Well, if you did that, they'd probably freak out and go, "Yes, sir, you eat for free." Oh God.
Which doesn't make sense because I would think like there's some like sumo wrestlers based out of Thailand too. I would think, but
right. Well, and also my thinking is the bigger the guy, generally, aren't they going to eat more and order more food? Like,
unless it's like one of those.
Oh wait, or maybe that's the
Yeah, unless it's an all you can eat, and they're like, we gotta
right. It's
we gotta
like
pace out.
Yeah, if it was an all you can eat place, I would definitely understand, right?
Yeah, but then too, like small people will sometimes have like the biggest appetite.
Yeah, you see all these people, these creators,
monsters, and just
like that little girl, like on TikTok. She's like, I am eating one of the biggest burritos there, and I was like, what the heck?
And then they just stuff it down. It's like because it's not always the big guys that
Oh, definitely.
Reckon Joey Chestnut.
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah, he's a tall, skinny dude.
How many times has he gone against like fucking humongous guys?
Yeah.
They can't come nowhere close to where he is. So
I mean, I think people just have like a stomach that can expand and right.
Yeah.
I don't know. They can just hold more junk. I don't know.
I've been expanding mine all my life.
Let's see how big we can get.
Yeah.
But you can't eat as much as some people. I mean, I know that like when we went up to, what was it?
Oh, that
Flagstaff.
We
ate like this big meal and you were just wrecked. You're like, I could hardly drink, man.
That was rough. I was like, I just felt it.
You were just gone for the rest of the time.
I couldn't even take a drink, and it was like every drink was just like I felt like I was just getting more and more stuffed. I'm like, this is horrible.
That was so brutal. I was like looking at you.
I was like, why did we eat first? You know how much more?
You're just holding your stomach. You're like,
I was like, you know how much more we could have drank had we not eaten in the beginning?
Oh.
But that's because Andy and I didn't share. Like it was.
Oh, that's right.
It was a whole whole couples thing.
It really honest to God, it was enough food for two people.
Oh, I know.
Like I split mine with Jen, and it's a good thing I did because I was full after I did.
Yeah, see, and had
that's how big that plate was.
Had we known, Andy and I would have split ours too.
Yeah,
because it was Abby and Jordan, you and Jen, and then me and Andy,
and you guys would have been doing that, like switching the forks and eating.
We would have made it work. And Andy would have been all in too. He would have been like, you know what? Let's save our strength. Let's share this plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what, Erik? You know what I forgot to bring up? The biggest conspiracy theory of 2025. The Blue Origin thing that happened a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, Katy Perry and...
Yes! All right. So we got to talk about this. I think you've seen some videos about this, right? We shared some videos about this.
Yeah, I've read some stuff. And
so the Blue Origin spaceship was filled with, like the all-female celebrities into space or whatever. And rumors are flying around that it was all faked. And it was an 11-minute ride. And first off, the women on board weren't wearing any helmets or protective suits.
They weren't wearing. But then I've heard people try to say like, well, they didn't go all the way into
deep space or whatever.
Yeah. Or there was like no burn back when they came back through. I'm like, but they were in space. They had videos of the Earth supposedly.
Yeah. So they crash landed, or with the parachute thing, and like it was like 25 miles an hour, and like and like no one was, everyone was like,
I mean, everybody should have known as soon as they showed them and the picture of round Earth behind them, they should have known right there it was hoax. Because everybody knows the Earth is flat.
Oh yeah, you're a flat earther. I keep forgetting, right? Yeah. So after it landed though, like they always talk about like how the door has to be open from the outside.
And there's a big
and the door opened, but then they're like, no, shut the door. And then like the feed of the live feed cut out
supposedly.
And then it came back, and then Bezos goes over and he opens it up like a big production or whatever.
Well, yeah, and I keep seeing stuff. They're like, oh, it's they do this for everything. Like they make it a big show and they really open the door. But then that door opens like it was like a school project. It opened like it was just flapping.
Like a little tiny door. It's like, hey, here's our little door, and it's opening it up. Yeah. So like so many people are saying that the door it's supposed to be like pressurized too.
You would think like it's got just like an airplane door. It shuts.
Right.
And that's not even going into outer space. That just shuts down. It's pressurized, and you're telling me these girls just like, oh, they turned the key or whatever, and the door just flies open.
Yeah. And others are talking about how like the windows from the inside look different than the windows from the outside. And I'm like, you'd think that the richest guy or the second richest guy in the world, like he would be able to fake something better if they were going to fake it. But I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, and even like what Katy Perry herself, there's been numerous videos of conspiracy videos about just herself being.
You like her holding up that flower, looking at the camera, holding a flower. You like that?
She's always looks a little crazy in it.
Yeah, she's a little crazy.
But yeah. I mean, I don't know, especially like the whole feed cut out. That just reminded me of the whole like 9/11 stuff when BBC was talking about the number 7 building collapsed before it had even collapsed. And then their feed cuts out.
I like when they released video of the plane hitting the Pentagon. And they're like, we've released a couple more frames. I'm like, why don't you just release all the frames of that hitting the plane hitting the plane hitting the Pentagon?
I'm just
missile.
Saying if in '69 we could make it to the moon with that technology, why haven't we gone back?
Oh, I like how we're sounding like a crazy conspiracy theory, like a podcast now.
It's just out there.
Yeah.
It's out there. If they want to do something constructive, don't fuck up Hooters. All right? Don't fuck with Hooters. Make Hooters great again. If that's what we're gonna do.
You know what? I'm all for this. I'm all for this message, and people can make up their mind about whatever. You know.
Well, yeah, there's always conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Like, did the Titanic really hit an iceberg? Or
it's a good question, Erik.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's just full of rich people on this boat.
On today's Unsolved Mysteries.
On today's Unsolved Mysteries. Oh, good stuff. That was a great show.
I love fucking watching that show. He used to scare me as a kid.
Yeah, he scared everybody. It's fucking freaky.
I hear that music and his fucking
he's
voice.
He's standing there in what is it? His overcoat and in fog and shit. You're like,
I used to watch it and he'd be talking about the random ass stories. I'm like he's gonna get attacked. Like he's like I kept waiting for something to sneak up on him and fucking.
Yeah, someone's gonna come up behind him and like just bash him in the head or something.
Like I would get so scared.
Or one of the monsters that he's talking about in the yeah. I don't know. All right, Erik. Well, I think we're gonna leave it there, buddy. And look at that. And he finished off the last can of what is it again? Jumex.
See that's
it's Jumex?
No.
Oh,
Jumex.
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
The JC, that's exactly why I had to give the disclaimer in the beginning.
Listen, that's on
because
them.
I knew somebody out there would say Jew.
That's on
maybe that Jumex.
Maybe the reason I said it is because you pointed it out like that at the very beginning. I don't know.
The J is silent.
All right. Okay.
Like Jesus.
All right, Erik. Well, this is where we tell people to subscribe and follow.
Yeah, hit that button. It'll be right here. Subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications.
Oh, look at this guy.
What else did it say? Subscribe to Josh's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That'll be coming out soon.
Oh, man. People are just going crazy for that. People are loving that one, Erik.
Yeah, we have some behind the scenes, literally behind the scenes.
Oh, wow. All right. On that note, for Erik Tapia, I'm Josh. And as always, thank you for being a friend.